Hello, my friends. For today's beer review, we're going to be taking a look at Ballast Point Brewing Company's Sculpin IPA. Ballast Point Sculpin is a beer that I have been wanting to try for a very long time now. Ballast Point is another one of those really high-end and highly revered and regarded breweries, and this is just through the grapevine, something that I have heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but what I have heard is a little rumor going around that says that the sought-after legendary IPA, Pliny the Elder, something many of you are probably familiar with, were inspired and got their idea for their IPA based off of Ballast Point Sculpin IPA. I don't know if that's true or not, but that makes this pretty legendary if it's true. To think that its flavors and whatnot would inspire them to create Pliny the Elder, that's pretty crazy. So I don't know if it's true or not, but either way, I can't wait to try this because this is a highly revered IPA right here. So, as far as the specifications go, it is 7% alcohol by volume, which is approaching the moderately high level. Probably be feeling it after you drink the whole bottle, if you choose to. And it says, dedicated to the craft, Ballast Point Brewing Company, a trophy beer that's a testament to our homebrew roots. Our Sculpin IPA is a great example of what got us into brewing in the first place. After years of experimenting, we knew hopping an ale at 5 separate stages would produce something special. The result ended up being this gold medal winning IPA, whose inspired use of hops creates hints of apricot, peach, mango, and lemon flavors, but still packs a bit of sting, just like a Sculpin. Awesome. That sounds really, really good, and it sounds like the type of IPA that I like. So I'm going to be drinking this, as always, out of my IPA glass, and I'm going to take this cap off carefully, because this is another cap that I don't own, and I want to put on the front of my beer fridge. Alright, cap is off. Into the glass, straight out of the bottle it pours. Kind of a light golden orange color. Let's see if we can get a little bit of head on this. Alright, enough there probably for another glass or so. Formed a nice finger and a half of just very lightly honey yellow head, very light. There are lots of little bubbles streaming up to reinforce the head. Up into the light, it is very murky, but it's possibly just the chill haze on it. It's just kind of a nice light orangish gold color, as you can see. Let's give it a smell. Wow, that is really nice. There's a very clean sweetness to this, and there's almost some peppery spice to the aroma too, which is interesting. It's got all the aforementioned fruits. It's got pineapple. You know, that spiciness might actually be due in part to almost some lemon or some lemongrass. Apricots, peaches, mango, oranges, grapefruit, hops. Lots of herbal earthiness. And a ton of almost smoky caramel in the back. Not almost caramel, there's tons of caramel, but the caramel is like almost smoky, like a roasty caramel almost. And just a slight bit of some kind of spice to in that too. Really complex aroma on this beer. Never smelled an IPA like this before. It's definitely got parts that I've smelled in other IPAs, but that lemony spiciness and that kind of smoky caramel are all very unique. So without further ado, let's give it a taste and see what Ballast Point Sculpin IPA is all about. Interesting. The taste is very different from what the aroma would lead you to believe it is. I would actually say the aroma is full-on sweet. The taste, very bitter. Not to say it's overly bitter, but it's not very sweet in the taste. This is definitely what I would, at least me personally, I would call to be a more bitter-biased IPA than a sweet one. Up front, there is a little bit of pineapple and grapefruit, but it's more like pineapple husk or grapefruit rind. It's not really the meat, not the super sweet portions of those fruits. More like they're just kind of in the background. It's more the savory side of those fruits. And then a lot of hoppy bitterness in the back. To be fair, I was expecting the taste to be a little bit more crazy due to the aroma and just the legend behind this beer than what it really is. It's just a tad bit disappointing, honestly. No, I'm probably stepping on a lot of toes by saying that, because I know a lot of people are diehard Ballast Point Sculpin fans, but it's not like just the most legendary IPA that I've drank. I would call it a fairly good IPA, but not like an amazing, mind-blowing IPA. Not in my opinion, at least. Anyway, as far as the rating is concerned, for me personally, I'd give it like a 7.6 out of 10. It's alright. You know, it was on tap at a bar, or the bar had it, I would definitely order it. It's a good IPA. It's just, like I said, not mind-blowing. I think I kind of have my expectations worked up higher because of the hype that surrounds this beer. And, you know, that's what happens when you have a really hyped-up beer. You gotta back it up. And, this one didn't really back it up to what I thought it was going to be like. And I have to say, if this is what Pliny the Elder tastes like, well, if we ever reach that milestone one day, that'll be a sad day if it's as disappointing. And like I said, to say disappointing, it makes it sound so bad. It's not a bad IPA, it's good. And in fact, if you see it, I would suggest giving it a shot if you're into the more bitter-biased IPAs. You don't like a lot of sweetness in your IPA. But disappointing in that I just thought it was going to be something more than this. But anyway, 7.6 out of 10. That's a rating that I'm comfortable giving it. It's a good IPA, not a great IPA, and not an okay IPA, just a good, solid IPA in my books, at least. Anyway, that has been Ballast Point Brewing Company's Sculpin India Pale Ale, or IPA, whatever. And hope you guys enjoyed it as always, and stay tuned for the next one.